Okay, so imagine this. You're all set for like a big life change, right? Maybe your spouse lands this incredible new job.
The kind that comes with a whole new chapter, like relocation, new opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. And you're both super excited making plans, but then bam, you hit this unexpected snag.
An administrative hurdle you never saw coming.
Exactly. And that's precisely what happened to Sachin Chah, a product manager based in Bengaluru.
His wife got this amazing job offer from a global investment bank.
A real game changer.
Absolutely. But there was this one tiny clause that threw a wrench in the works.
It involved their existing brokerage account with a company called Zerodha.
And the bank wasn't exactly thrilled about it.
Now, to understand this whole situation, we need to talk about Zerodha for a second.
Right, because they're not just some random financial platform.
Not at all. We're talking about a major fintech player in India, valued at over $2 billion.
They totally disrupted the Indian stock trading scene.
Yeah, they made investing accessible to like everyone with their user-friendly platforms and those super low fees.
Total game changers for a lot of people.
Exactly. So you can see why this whole thing with Sachin and his wife's new job became a real predicament.
It raises some interesting questions about how traditional financial institutions view these newer digital platforms.
Right, because you'd think in this hyper-connected world, a successful company like Zerodha would be welcomed with open arms.
You'd assume so, wouldn't you? But sometimes these established institutions have their own way of assessing risk.
It's like they're speaking different languages when it comes to trust and security in the financial world.
Absolutely. And that difference in perspective is at the heart of this whole deep dive.
So Sachin, facing this ultimatum, decided to do something pretty bold. He emailed Nithin Kamath, the CEO of Zerodha, directly.
Wow, going straight to the top. That's a gutsy move.
Right. I mean, how often do you email the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company and expect a personal response?
Not very often, I'd say. It's like hoping to win the lottery.
But here's where the story gets really interesting. Nithin Kamath replied to Sachin's email within 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Seriously, that's faster than some food delivery apps.
I know, right? It's mind-blowing. And it wasn't some automated generic response either. This was a genuine personal reply from the CEO himself addressing Sachin's specific situation.
That level of responsiveness is practically unheard of. It really speaks volumes about how Zerodha values its customers.
And it goes even further than that. Because within that incredibly short time frame, Kamath got his entire team involved.
Whoa, hold on. So a single customer email triggered a company-wide response.
You got it. They reached out to Sachin wanting to fully understand the bank's concerns.
They were proactively trying to find a solution. That's impressive.
They even offered to help facilitate communication between Sachin and the bank to clear up any misunderstandings about Zerodha's operations and regulations.
That's going above and beyond. It shows a real commitment to transparency and building trust.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Despite all these incredible efforts from Zerodha, Sachin ended up closing his account.
Oh, wow. So even with the CEO's direct involvement and the team's efforts, they couldn't make it work.
Nope. The bank's compliance requirement was non-negotiable. Sometimes rules are rules.
So in the end, Zerodha lost a customer.
Well, not exactly.
Yeah.
Here's the real twist. Sachin was so blown away by Zerodha's response, by their speed and genuine care, that he became a huge advocate for them.
Wait, really? So even though he closed his account, he ended up being a fan?
Absolutely. He went on LinkedIn and publicly praised Zerodha, calling it a $2 billion lesson in customer obsession.
That's amazing. Talk about turning a potentially negative situation into a positive one.
It really highlights how crucial customer service is in this digital age. It's not just about winning every transaction.
Right. It's about how you handle those situations where you can't achieve the ideal outcome.
It's about building trust and goodwill, even when you can't retain the customer.
So how do we connect all of this back to the initial skepticism from the bank?
Well, Nithin Kamath has actually addressed this head-on. He acknowledges that the lack of a physical branch network can be perceived as a risk by traditional institutions.
That makes sense. They're used to brick and mortar as a sign of stability.
Exactly. But in the digital world, those metrics are changing.
Transparency, responsiveness, and robust security measures are becoming the new markers of trustworthiness.
And as Sachin's story shows, exceptional customer service is right up there too.
It's interesting to think about Zerodha's strategy. They could have pursued a banking license to appease these concerns.
But that path is a whole other beast with tons of regulatory hurdles.
It would have required a major shift in their business model.
Instead, they've chosen to focus on strategic partnerships, maintaining their agility, and prioritizing customer service.
It's a bold bet on the future of finance.
They're essentially saying that agility, user centricity, and exceptional customer care will win out in the long run.
And Kamath's direct involvement in this situation shows that this isn't just talk, it's ingrained in their company culture.
So for our listeners, the big takeaway here is the sheer impact of proactive and empathetic customer service.
In a world where digital interactions can feel impersonal, Zerodha stands out as a shining example.
They might have lost a customer in that moment, but they gained something far more valuable.
A powerful story that speaks volumes about their values and their commitment to their customers.
It makes you wonder about the future of trust in the digital world.
What are the new benchmarks? How do we as consumers evaluate the companies we interact with online?
And how can businesses leverage these unexpected moments of customer interaction to build lasting loyalty?
It's a question worth pondering as we all navigate this rapidly evolving digital landscape.
What kind of experiences have you had with customer service that left a lasting impression?
What makes a company truly stand out for you in this digital age?
These are the kinds of things we all need to consider as we move forward.
Absolutely food for thought for all of us.
Okay, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure exploring this fascinating case with you.
Until next time, stay curious and stay engaged.
And don't forget to share your own customer service stories with us. We'd love to hear them.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the world of business and tech.
Stay tuned.
Bye for now.
See you later.